All right, class, we're going to start something completely different. We're finished with linear equations. I think you did very well on it. We're now going to change into transformations. Transformations are things that you can do to shapes to change them from one thing to another. The first type of transformation that we are going to work with is called translations. Translations are slides. We're not going to change the size. We're not going to change the shape. We're not going to be turning things. We're not going to be flipping them over. All we are going to do is slide them from one place to another. So, for example, here is a quick little triangle. I can slide it to the right. And look, this is a translation. It can also go down, left, up, diagonally, obliquely. As long as it doesn't turn, it's okay. It is a translation. Okay, let's see what that looks like on a coordinate plane. So here's a coordinate plane. I'm going to draw a triangle in it. All right, so first I want to focus a little bit and I'll put in some points. There's a point. I'll call that point A. Here's a point. I'll call that point B. And here's a point. I'll call that point C. Connect the dots. There is my triangle. Okay, so that's my triangle. I want to slide it. I want to translate it. So I'm going to translate 3 up and 4 right. Okay, so I want to move this triangle 3 spaces up and 4 spaces to the right. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to change colors so you can tell the difference. I'm going to do that by moving the corner points and see if the triangle works out to the same thing. All right, here is A. I want to go 3 up and 4 right. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's my new point. Now that's not a new point. It's a copy of an old point. So I don't want to give it the designation D, because it's not a brand new point. It's a copy of A. So I'll label that A with an apostrophe, and that apostrophe is pronounced prime. So this is point A prime. Okay, let's now translate B. Here's B, so 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's where B prime should be. C, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's where C prime should be. Connect the dots. All right. Hey, look, there's the original, there's the copy. The original is called the pre-image. That's no good handwriting there. The copy is called the image. Okay. What happened to the coordinates when I did that, when I went 3 up and 4 right? Well, here's A. What were its coordinates? Its coordinates were 4 over and 1 down, so its coordinates was 4, negative 1. B. What are the coordinates of B? B here, the original, was 9 to the right and 0 up and down, so that was 9, 0. C. C was 6 to the right and 7 up, so 6, 7. A became A prime, B became B prime, and C became C prime. Well, let me change colors. What are the coordinates of A prime? Well, it's 7 to the right, no, 8 to the right, and 2 up. So 8, 2. B prime. B prime. It seems like it is 13 and 3. 13, 3. C prime. Let's see, it's 10, 10. Well, what happened there? 4 became 8, 9 became 13, 6 became 10. What relationship do all of those values have? That's right. All of these values are 4 more than all of these values. X became x plus 4. Now, why did it go x plus 4? Well, here's the x-axis. It goes left and right. Left is negative, right is positive. We went 4 right. Right is positive in the x direction. Plus 4. X becomes x plus 4 means 4 right. Okay, what about the y coordinates? Went from -1 to 2, 0 to 3, 7 to 10. How do I go from 7 to 10? How do I go from 0 to 3? How do I go from -1 to +2? Y had to add 3. How come y had to add 3? Well, here's the y-axis going up and down. What would up be? Plus or minus? Plus 3. 3 up means it's y plus 3. Does all this make sense so far? Okay, let's try a brand new coordinate plane so we can see this again. I'm going to start with a new triangle. I like triangles because they point in a certain direction, and there's only 3 points, so it's not so many coordinates to take care of. Okay, I'm going to make a point here. I'm going to call that D. I'm going to make a point here. That'll be E. And I'll make a point over here. That'll be F. And let's write down the coordinates. D is 4, 6. E is 1, -3. F is -2, +3. Okay. Those make sense to you, I hope. Now, I want to do this. I want to say x, y becomes x minus 6, y minus 8. Minus instead of plus. Plus moved right, plus moved up. Right for the x-coordinate, up for the y-coordinate, minus in the x-coordinate. What's that going to do? That's going to move left. Minus in the y-coordinate, that's going to move down. So, let's figure out what these new coordinates will be just using the coordinate rules. D prime, okay. X minus 6, 4 minus 6 is -2. Y minus 8, 6 minus 8 is also -2. E prime, 1. 1 minus 6 is -5. -3. -3 minus 8 is -11. F prime. -2 minus 6 is -8. 3 minus 8 is -5. Let's put those points over here on the coordinate plane and see if it worked out. -2, -2. is D prime. Okay? Let's see, -5, -11. -5, -11 should be E prime. Okay, so far, -8, -5. -8, -5 should be F prime. Connect the dots. Did it go left and down? Yes. Did it go left 6 and down 8? Well, let's take a look. It went this much and this much. That's 6 here. That's 8 here. It did go left 6 and down 8. And that's pretty much it. Next